That's kind of what I was saying. Like every time you would see this person maybe talk to other people, there's something with communication here. Again, heavy air energy coming out of this. Like every time this person would maybe try to talk to you, they would act odd. Maybe this person is a little shy, but even then I'm kind of seeing like every time like this person would be weird with you, but they would be okay with everybody else. It's kind of odd to you. So, yeah, maybe you are at a spot right now where, yes, you are looking at this person a little shady. That's where I was feeling in part one. Hold on one second. My camera's weird. Sorry, the way it was slanting, it was driving me crazy. But anyways, that's kind of what I was feeling. Like I said, go to part one in this whole reading to make sure it fits so far. But that's kind of what I'm seeing with that shady right there is I don't know as of right now, because you haven't been in contact with this person, if you're truly wanting this back around, because to be fair, I don't think this person's made you feel the best. Yes, you got your high because yes, maybe you caught feelings or you feel some type of way with them, but when it comes to this person's communication towards you, it's always been odd. That's the best way you could describe this person. But yeah, you're starting to think with that karmic, if this person's just become another karmic lesson a little bit. But love child, that's what I'm saying. You get your high. I think maybe, and that's another reason. I think this person, if anything, is more disappointed you, if anything, because maybe you quickly, I don't think you told this person, but maybe you quickly got in your head, like how drawn you were to their energy of maybe having babies with them, with that love child right there. But even I don't think you have kids with this person. Maybe this person also has kids as well. That could be another sign for some of you, especially with that shady, if they were kind of maybe involved with other things, especially if your person has kids or something and you kind of felt a little left out on that sense too. Maybe this person's also, that could be a side note just for some of you, is maybe they've always had other priorities other than maybe this dynamic, and that may be another reason you've been like kind of felt left out in the cold. But regardless, I think you do look at this person as we could potentially maybe have kids someday. Maybe you do fantasize about that every now and then. Family, so maybe this person's got a family going on, but then, yeah, karmic ties right there. But like I said, for some of you, this person could have kids. Maybe they're dealing with stuff, you know, when it does come to like an ex, like parent of some form. But I think, again, this is still how you feel towards this person. I think you imagine having a family with this person. I think that's the reason you're kind of like I said, I'm feeling more disappointed, if anything. Massive regrets. Yeah, round and round, cycles, lessons, triggers. I think with this collective, you're kind of trying to blow this off of, okay, this is just another karmic lesson. It wasn't really meant to evolve, you know, more than it should be. Let me do one more for that massive regrets and triggers. And then effed up over you. I think when this person would always ghost you or pull their energy back, it would trip you up, especially if you kind of, because everything I've seen is slapping yourself on the head. And I feel like it's this collective. My arm has been like killing me. But as I was saying, like, especially if you did get caught up in fantasizing about having a family with them or really moving forward, you know, in some form of dynamic with this person, and all of a sudden it did not go your way, I think that obviously would trigger anybody, especially if this person wasn't reciprocating the energy that you wanted to. And I think another reason you could be in regret is maybe how many times you did chase them or check up on them, and especially if they would trigger you by not giving you little to no responses. It's like, why would I do that? That's shady. I love you. Don't make it fit. I think this collective, you fell for this person. Everything here is family. I love you. And then trap, you're still kind like said, and then detach it with that ghosted. So sign, this person clearly has done an on and off thing with you. It's been very an up and down roller coaster. Like I said, part of you is kind of like, you still, I think about this person, of how attached maybe quickly you got with this person, but you're kind of like essentially confused on where is it going to go. I think you're more leaning towards okay, this is just a karmic lesson. It was meant to teach me a lesson, time to go through. But I really think that the moment you laid eyes on this person, I think this collective, you fell for this person. Let me do one more for that trap. And then fairy tale, yeah, phony, trickster, illusion. That's what I'm saying. Like I said, for some of you, this person could have kids. You know, from a different dynamic, and maybe you do feel like there is, you know, karmic interferences as far as they're literally trapped in the situation. But that fairy tale, that's what I'm saying. You do, I think you quickly, at least I don't think you told this person anything, so don't worry, it's between you and me. But like, I think maybe you did think about marriage, having babies with them. Like, you really thought, oh my gosh, I found my person. When then they did all this crap to you, it messed you up. It would mess anybody up. So if anything, the overall energy I can feel so far right now is just disappointed, okay? But again, you're not going to see it coming, because in a way, I think you really do think it's done, and you are done chasing. Don't make it fit, okay? Now I want to see, how does this person feel about you, okay? How does this person feel about this collective? Secluded. Okay, so I got secluded, Jezebel, spell love, and goodbye. 1 second. I'm going to be honest, when the two of you met, I don't think that this person, they could have been involved with some ex of some form. I did bring up that this person could have kids, so they could have dealt with co-parenting stuff. They could have been dealing with that. Clearly, when this person thinks of you, they met you at the wrong time, because I feel like they were not, this is clearly, they are reflecting right now how they were not at emotional spot to be committed to you, to really take you out, to court you properly. And I'm going to be honest, they could have been a little immature and like know that you dabble into witchy poo stuff, spiritual stuff, and thought you put a little spell on them, because I think they're very much drawn to you. Yeah, my way, pride and ego, stubborn, notification sign. Like, I think this person, when they think of you, they're reflecting on the way that they behaved. And I feel like what is coming essentially is, I gotta tell you something, is I'm sorry that I made you feel like maybe you were the other woman. There is something this person didn't mean to, but they could have made you feel like you were, you know, somebody else. But with that goodbye, that's where I'm saying this past few weeks up to a few months of no contact, this person could have really cleared out some karmic cycles with somebody. Like, I'm not seeing that this person was in a commitment of some form. Clearly, karmic cycles were not completed with specifically an ex. Whether, again, like I said, I brought up, you know, this person could have kids, like whether it's co-parenting stuff, they could have been really in the middle of dealing with that, whether you're aware of it or not, okay? Let me confirm more about this spell, love. Oh, literally, I said in part 1, I miss you and fake busy. Ugh, they've spent this time trying to not think about this dynamic. They miss you. And again, I think that is something they're reflecting on with that soul searching, is how bad they took notification again sign, how they took you for granted. They didn't really take you seriously. They miss that you checked up on them. They really had it good with you, and now they're like crap. And that's where everything's trying to unfold over here. This person could be a little mini workaholic. They could be working a lot. Side note, some of you can work together. For some of you, that could be another thing. You guys could work together. Goodbye. What is this goodbye? Which is, I'm getting more of that karmic. Oh, distance and mirroring right there. GPS. This person could have really been immature. I think this person, whether they've opened up to you about it or not, that's why I'm saying up to you or not, because like I said, this person, when it comes to communication with you, I have to say is kind of odd. It's very black and white. They could be a little spiritual person or witchy person themselves, but never really admitted it. Never really, I guess, embraced it is maybe the word I want to use. I think they do look at you as a very powerful person. But with that goodbye and distance right there, I don't think this person likes this distance anymore. And I think they're kind of hoping that you miss them too, and you're wanting them back around. That's what I'm saying. This person could be like considered an awkward person. But yeah, spiritual gifts as I'm talking about it. I think this person has gifts just as much as you do. I just don't think they've been very open about it the way you are. And now it's like they're finally starting to admit certain things themselves. What is this Jezebel? Getting readings. This person could be a tarot reader. They could be into tarot stuff. You could be, maybe they're dabbling into that right now. I'm also hearing they could be reading on you if they're into this sort of stuff right here. Just saying. Let me do another one for this Jezebel.